Hi, my name is Alex Kinchin, and this is my beautiful wife Gretchen, and we are planting the Gathering Place, a new church here in Lexington, Kentucky. And while this is a gorgeous part of the country, it's a part of the world that needs Jesus. In fact, the latest stats tell us that 90% of this area, Fayette County, where Lexington is located, goes to church nowhere, regardless of denomination, of any kind of religious affiliation or background. And one of the reasons we want to partner with ARC and be a part of the ARC family is that ARC believes that the local church is the hope of the world. And as long as the local church, and in this case the Gathering Place, is sharing the truth of Jesus Christ and seeking people who may be near to us but far from God, then we believe that an amazing difference can be made. And that's why we want to partner with ARC. But of course, that's not the only reason. There's plenty more.
Yes, and one of my biggest passions is that ARC promotes the idea that we are all created on purpose for a purpose, just like the Bible tells us in Ephesians 2:10, that we are God's masterpiece. And it's amazing. We've been in Lexington for 17 years, but we've only been in this home for just a few days. And off to my left here is a park, and it's been really cool to see how the Lord has given us opportunities to already make relationships with families and to make those connections. And I love the idea that ARC, helps teach you how to help people find out what those spiritual gifts are and their passions and their sweet spots, so you can help them get into those areas that light their fire so they can serve out their passions.
That's right. And ARC also believes in community. The folks that we're going to meet, whether it's out here or in so many other places in this area, we believe, along with ARC, that spiritual growth takes place best in community. And that's kind of how we're built. We love being hospitable. It's not just Southern hospitality, it's welcoming people in Jesus' name. We love to get into just doing life with other people, helping them wrestle with the questions that inevitably come up. And that's part of ARC's heartbeat. And again, one of the reasons that we just feel like this would be an amazing opportunity to be part of the ARC family. But that connection and community, it goes in other areas as well and has other applications, and even to you and I.
Exactly. I love the fact that ARC promotes the togetherness in a marriage, that it's not just a husband being called to this work, but it's a partnership. The wife has to be called just like the husband, and they promote that togetherness and that connection, because ministry can be hard and you've got to stay connected. The enemy he's a divider, so he's going to try to tear you apart, but ARC does a really good job of promoting that partnership in a marriage, and I love that.
And even some of the lessons that I know you've learned as a business owner, it kind of goes along with some of the heartbeat of what ARC brings to the table and why we want to partner with them.
Yes, as a business owner, I know the importance of when you're starting a new business, and I don't want to minimize the idea of a church being a business, but you have to have that structure and you have to have that plan in place. And I love the fact that ARC gives you a process to follow, so you have those certain goals to reach, and they'll help hold your hand through the entire process.
And ultimately for us, there's these and so many other reasons to why we want to be part of the ARC family, but ultimately kind of the bedrock comes back to a teaching that Pastor Chris Hodges does in one of the training videos, talking about winning the battle in the spiritual. And that's done ultimately through prayer. And we know that ARC believes in prayer not just as a theological construct, but as a legitimate part of following Jesus. And the Gathering Place is going to be a church that is built on prayer, not just from a corporate sense, but from an individual sense. That's part of how we talk to God and how we listen to what He has to say. And so to win the battle in the spiritual is going to be the most important part of this entire process. And so having said all that, we are excited for what God is going to do through the Gathering Place, and we're also excited in the Gathering Place being a part of the amazing ARC family of churches.